Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to Tuesday. So I am Timothy Heaney. I am a program manager on the Admin Center team. We're going to be talking today about how to get the most out of your Microsoft 365 purchase, or how to get your customers the most out of their Microsoft 365 purchase, depending on what your role is. One of the things that the team I'm on is really passionate about is being 100% customer-driven, customer-focused. And one of the things that we in the adoption and awareness space strive ourselves on delivering to customers is making sure they get value out of what they purchased in Microsoft 365. Now, there's obvious times where we can do that. When you first purchase the product, that's an obvious inroad to say, okay, let's get you going on the right foot, right? But then, how many people have had their Office 365 or Microsoft 365 product for more than 2 years? Right? More than 3 years? More than 4 years? And there's probably some that go beyond that. Okay. For those that go beyond that, we apologize. Over time, we've had quite a few ignites, right? And in these ignites, we've delivered a ton of new features. So if I got you going, if I made the best product to get you going on day 0 of your journey, that's great. But 4 years later, you would be, way left in the dust, basically, right? You wouldn't be the most secure, the most productive. And that's our goal, is to make you at day 0, at day 300, at day 1,000, get you to be productive, get you to be secure, get you to realize the features that are available to you across the Microsoft 365 stack. All this awesome features built in the security area and all these exchange area, all these different areas, we have the set of tools to surface them to you so that you can find and achieve your productivity and security dreams. Anyway, all right, so the way we do that, at least what we've been focusing on the past year, is making sure that we've delivered it through a set of tools. One of those tools is what we call the quick start. When you purchase, for the first time, an Office or Microsoft 365 product, you get an experience that gets you through the core setup for that product. If you were to go from, say, Office 365 E3 to M365 SKU, you would then get another quick start experience because there's a new set of capabilities that have been introduced to you. If you were to add on a Visio SKU, you would get another quick start. So as you add subscriptions, you get things that allow you to get going with these services. We'll talk more about this throughout this session. Another experience. After that initial purchase of the product, how do we drive awareness, the ability for you to discover, learn, and activate features across the M365 stack? And that's why we've built a new experience called the setup page. And in there, you'll be able to see how you can effectively discover and achieve additional security and productivity for your organization. Recommendations. Sometimes we think we know best, Microsoft, and sometimes we don't. But with recommendations, what we try to do is we try to be data-driven. We use your insights about you to show you how you specifically can improve your security posture. We don't share that data with other tenants. It's all data from you, for you, shown to you only. And it allows you to make educated decisions on what to do next. And then management. We are the admin center, after all. That is our bread and butter, I think, is management. But at the end of the day, you've configured all these features. You've configured your DLP, and you've configured all these things. How do you make sure that they are effectively applied? How do you make sure that you are protecting your organization? You have to make sure that you keep your finger on the pulse of it, right? And that's what we want to deliver, is tools to allow you to keep your finger on the pulse of it. This is essentially our agenda today. We're going to walk through each of these, what we've delivered, what we have coming next, and hopefully all of you get what you were coming for. The quick start is all about getting a customer going on the right foot, like I said. We want to make sure that a customer has an experience that allows them to achieve what they came to M365 for. They bought Business Premium. They probably wanted email. we got to make sure they get going with email. We're not trying to get them going with everything under the sun, but just the core features, get them going off on the right foot. But we had an initial setup experience already, so why invest in improving that initial setup experience? Well, one is we wanted to have consistency in our experiences. If a customer was to go to office365.com to learn about subscriptions, they would get one user interface where they can make their selection on the subscription they want to have. Then they would go to a purchase page that looks completely different. It looks like another organization made it. Then they would go to a setup page that looked completely different again. It looks like another organization made it, and they would have to get through that quick start experience. Then they would eventually get to the admin center, which again would look different. Our goal over the past year has been to make that look and feel like one seamless experience. And if you've gone through that experience with one of your customers recently, you've probably seen that it has started to look and feel like one cohesive experience. We don't just strive to make it look and feel like one cohesive experience. When you are passed off from the sign-up experience to the setup experience, we've added a bunch of telemetry behind the scenes to make sure that that pass-off is successful. Okay? We've noticed that a lot of our teams ended up having telemetry within a funnel. So a quick start experience is a funnel. It's getting you through a set of steps to get you configured, right? And we had telemetry out the wazoo for that piece of the funnel. However, to get into that funnel, you had to go from sign up to setup, or you had to go from the dashboard or the different entry points. We didn't measure that. So we've done a lot of telemetry work to make sure those handoffs work. And that'll make your experience a lot more smooth and hopefully work better. Improve completion rate. We've done things like take the default number of DNS records you need to configure your service in an effective way from 10 DNS records down to 3. When you think about the most challenging step in getting started, especially for small and medium businesses, it is setting up DNS records, okay? It's hands down the hardest step they have to configure, the hardest step they have to go through. You've probably walked your customers through it or done it yourself, and it can be a challenging thing. Streamlining the experience. One of the things that we've wanted to do is we wanted to make sure that we offer steps in a sensible way. So we looked at the steps that you and your customers tend to complete and what order. We looked at how hard those steps are, and we tried to order them in a way that made most sense. I'll have more on how we came to these conclusions later. And then there's a single wizard. Currently today we have 2 wizards that if you were to buy business premium, you go through one and quick start, and then you would have to go through another. We've shipped an experience where it's now just one quick start experience. It's not this confusing jumping between experiences. So we've done a lot to improve it. We felt like we needed to make it a more seamless experience for our customers. Now, who is quick start for? It's for small businesses for sure. Small businesses, the person who put the credit card in to purchase the product, that's an accidental admin. That's somebody who is an admin just because they're the person that had the Visa card, right, or the Amex card. They're not savvy. They might be slightly savvy, like they know how to pick, the prettiest computer, but they're not necessarily the person that knows what DNS is and how to get through all this stuff. We need to make sure that they can get the value they want out of the product in a very easy way. As you get larger into the medium business category, things get a little bit hairy in that these customers actually have a lot of the same needs as enterprise customers. They need the enhanced security. They need the productivity. They need a lot of the features that our enterprises need. Not all of them, but a lot of the features that they need. But they don't necessarily have the expertise to identify how to configure them or configure them correctly. And one of the things that we strive to do in the quick start experience is to get those medium businesses off and running on the right foot. It's okay to set up your protections at day 100, but wouldn't it be better to set them up at day 0, right? So we want to make sure that they get off on the right foot. And enterprises, this experience isn't really for the enterprise. But in all reality, how many of you work with or for an enterprise organization? A lot of you. How many of you deployed all of your security settings, migrated all your mailboxes, configured all your users, got all your productivity stuff up and running within a day? Well, you should use the quick start. It might be. I'm just kidding. It's not necessarily for the enterprise. How many of you are partners? Okay, good handful of partners in here. The partners, you have the same needs as us. You often deal with, not all partners, a lot of partners deal with small and medium businesses, right? And you often have the same needs as us. You want to get your users, your customers, off on the right foot. Because if you get them off on the right foot and you continually keep them on the right features and keep them protected and productive, you're going to have that customer for life. That's what we want from our customers, and that's what you want from your customers. This Quick Start can help you get that customer off on the right foot and potentially just hand the Quick Start off to your customer and let them do it. Supports AOBO, so you could do it on behalf of the customer, but you could just let them do it if that's the type of relationship you have with your customers, depending on their size. So, delivering immediate value, one of the things that we did in the old Quick Start experience, the one that we had in our old admin center, is we gave you the choice page where you could say, I want to install Office or I want to set up my email and other things, okay? And 69% of customers that went to the Quick Start experience chose, I want to install Office. That was surprising to me. I did not expect that. I expected it to be like 13%, and it was 69%. Shows how much I know about our customers, right? So what we decided was, well, okay, it's a low-friction step. Installing Office is a fairly simple task to do. These customers want to get immediate value, so we gave them the step first, and instead of having a separate wizard for it, we gave it to them first. If they don't want it, they just skip the step and get right through it. We give you a guided experience so that you know what steps you have ahead of you and what steps you've already completed. And we let you configure it your way. Many customers want us to get out of their way, and they want to configure it on their own. So you'll notice we have this advanced setup button in the upper right-hand corner. And what that advanced setup button allows you to do is to opt out of initial setup and go to a more a la carte type experience, which I'll show later. Okay? This is something where if you're an enterprise customer and you see this setup and you're like, oh, I'm not doing this, right? We can't do this all in one day. You would go to the advanced setup, and that's where you would go. Again, Office 365, Quick Start, it's all about getting you going with the core stuff. We know from research, we know from talking to customers, we know from our data science, everything, that if we get a customer using Office and configuring their domain for email, we are more likely to have a happy customer. We are more likely to have a customer using the service that they paid for, and we're more likely to keep that customer. That's the selfish bit of this whole thing, right? We want to keep you. Now, how many people know what Domain Connect is? Okay. I need to give you like a trophy or something. You're the one that knows what Domain Connect is. So when you add a domain to our service, right now you have to add a DNS record to prove you own the domain. And then you have to go and set up your 10 records for the various services so that like for MX record, SPF record, all the different records so it works correctly. One of the things we've done, and we had this for a long time with GoDaddy, is we had an integration where you could just type your credentials in for GoDaddy and it would apply those records automatically. Well, there's a new industry standard. The challenge with that pattern that we have with GoDaddy is we would have to get GoDaddy to create an API. We would have to learn that API, connect to that API, do a whole bunch of work to make it go. It didn't scale well. So there's a new standard out called Domain Connect. And what Domain Connect does is it allows registrars to say that they support this Domain Connect standard, and it allows service providers to do a detection to see if the registrars support the Domain Connect standard, and then we can automate the DNS record creation. Service providers like Microsoft, like WordPress, different service providers, and there's a whole list of them on domainconnect.org. There's a whole list of service providers that support this DNS automation, okay? And the idea is now you don't have to go to your DNS registrar to create records as long as you know the password for your registrar. That's all you need. And we'll show that experience later. It takes the frustration, not even out of it for the small business, but also for the enterprise. For the enterprise, you can go in and say, I want to verify my domain, just here's my credentials. And you could choose to say, oh, I don't want to set up my Exchange records because I'm not ready to migrate yet. So you could deselect Exchange records, and then we won't publish or change your Exchange records. We also have conflict detection built into this, where if you already had to prevent mistakes. So if you already had an MX record, we would do a detection to say, hey, there's already an MX record in place. Tap the brakes. Are you sure you want to overwrite these records? So it hopefully prevents you from making a mistake. You could say yes and still make a mistake. So how's it work? Well, step one, you type in your domain name. So you type in contoso.com, hit enter. In Microsoft 365, our DNS service does a detection to see if you have an underscore domain connect CNAME record. This is a record that's added automatically by registrars that support domain connect. So the 1&1s and the GoDaddies of the world add an underscore domain connect CNAME record automatically to your tenant. So we'll detect that record and we'll say, oh, you do support domain connect. Awesome. The value for that record is actually the endpoint for the API that we will need to connect to in a later step. So there's an underscore domain connect record, and the value for the record tells our service where we need to connect to go get authorized and authenticated. So Office 365 does the check. We see the domain connect record exists, the CNAME record. We then use the value from that domain connect record to connect to the endpoint, and we ask for credentials. We don't ask for credentials. It's actually the service, the registrar that asks for credentials. We then connect to that endpoint that we retrieved from step 2. Uses OAuth for the authorization under the hood. Connects to the endpoint, and then it applies a template. What the templates are is the set of records. So if you say, I want to add my domain and I want to set up Exchange records, it will add the 3 records Exchange requires. If you deselect it, it will not add the 3 records Exchange requires. It will add the Skype records or whatever other records you've chosen. So it takes all this is behind the scenes. It takes the guesswork out of it for you and your admins. That's not just part of Quick Start, that's also part of the add domain experience. Then we have Quick Start for Microsoft 365. This is where for Microsoft 365B specifically, we released a Quick Start experience before where we had Intune and Windows security and a few other features in there. And what we've done is we've done a bunch of research to make sure that we understand the value you wanted out of M365. We created the M365 Quick Start, the initial one, about 2 years ago, before we had any insights about what you all wanted. We've done countless amounts of research, customer interactions, all kinds of stuff to figure out what you wanted. And what customers really want is things like advanced threat protection turned on, data loss prevention turned on. And what we were telling you to do was turn on Windows security and deploy Office automatically. Well, that's all good, but that doesn't get you any value unless I can't think of the word. You've connected your PCs to the cloud. So you would have had to activate your, I can't think of the word, escaping my brain. Anyway, you'd have had to configure your PC to sync with the cloud. At the end of the day, you don't get the value out of that immediately. You get the value out of advanced threat protection and DLP immediately. Okay? So we rejigged what's in the initial setup experience or the Quick Start experience for M365B. And the last thing I'm going to call out here before I show you what it looks like live is the wizard patterns. You'll notice in the screenshots we have this wizard pattern with the subway map that lets you know where you're at. It has clear calls to action at the bottom of the screen. What we know is there's a lot of complex configurations you need to do within Microsoft 365. This is an example of a migration experience that they're building in the Exchange, that they built in the Exchange Admin Center. You'll notice the experience looks and feels a lot like that initial setup experience, that Quick Start experience I was just showing. And it is because it's built out of the same type of pattern. We want to make sure that when customers are configuring services, they don't have to think about how do I interact with the interface. We want that to be out of the way. We want it to be consistent, and we want them to think about the task in front of them. So it's all about getting them through that task. And consistency, we believe, is a way to help achieve that. Get the IA out of the way. So. All right, so I'm going to show you the M365B setup experience. One of the things that I want to call out is we do listen to feedback. You guys send a ton of feedback to us, and that's how we iterate. And we take your feedback, we build stuff, we experiment with it to make sure it's effective, and then we ship it. One of the biggest pieces of feedback we get with setup, sadly, it hurts my feelings a little bit, is you all wanted a way to dismiss it. and get rid of it. So we tried to cheat the system, and we created this thing saying, remind me later, right? Because we want to get you through it. And that wasn't good enough. You gave more feedback like, no, nice try. Okay, so we created this button, and this actually just shipped recently, but you could say, do not remind me again. And sadly, that was one of the most beloved features of our new. Anyway, so we go into setup. So when you go to setup, you get a pleasant, welcoming screen to let you know what you're about to do. It's all about building confidence that you bought a product that cares about your journey, right? So we want to make sure you land on an experience that's welcoming, right? We give you that first step of install Office. I am going to skip that step for now, but obviously you could install Office for yourself, get immediate value, right? Then you go to the add domain step. So let's just add a domain of ADM10. ADM10.exchcloud.com, so that's my domain name. It's going to detect that I have, it detected that there was an underscore domain connect record. So it says, hey, you're GoDaddy. You should go and verify your domain with GoDaddy. If you wanted to do other options, we do have other options hidden away there, but this is the optimal way to configure it, so. Okay, then it's going to ask to authorize the DNS record creation. In this case, for verifying a domain, it's only adding one DNS record. It's a TXT record to prove that you own the domain. I'll go ahead and click verify on that. It will go do the authorization. It will apply the template for the verified domain, which is the one record, and then my domain is added. That easy, right? So I come here, and that applies now to multiple registrars. That gives us a 98% completion rate for that task. Without that, I don't want to give you the number. It's a lot lower. Then you can add users manually if you want to. I know many of your enterprises, you wouldn't do this. You could always skip it if you want to, but you could add users manually, and it would send them their credentials so that they could log into the service. For now, I'll say do this later. A lot of you haven't signed up for a long time, so you might not have seen this. So then it's going to say activate records. This, based on feedback, this is allowing you to connect and configure your Exchange records, Skype records, and all this stuff. Based on your feedback, whether it be through add domain or quick start, whenever you're adding a domain, you wanted to be able to control the DNS records that were created. So in here, what we've done is we have allowed you to not only see the records that are going to be created, but deselect so you can pick the records that are going to be created. So you could still use the domain connect option or the automated option, even if you don't want us to update all of your records. You could choose just to have that TXT record updated and nothing else. In this case, I am going to configure everything. Again, it will do a detection. It will ask me to authorize. I'll click authorize. I don't have any conflicts. I shouldn't have any conflicts here, but if I did have a conflict, it would come back and say, oh, you have an MX record already. Are you sure you want to overwrite this? And you could make the choice of, yes, I want to overwrite, or I'll keep the original, and you could choose what you want to do. Now, with some of the new features we've added is you could turn on advanced threat protection right here. We have this after adding a domain because we want to, you basically picked a domain you want to turn on advanced threat protection for. So we wanted to have the domain added and verified and all that before we give you this step. There's a reason for the order of these things, okay? In this case, I think something's fishy about ATP, so I'm going to skip that. We're going to go to, that was cheesy. We're going to go to DLP, and we're going to say, I do want to turn on data loss prevention. And then we're going to go to Intune MAM and say, I want to turn on mobile app protection, right? And in here, you can see, like in all these things, you have choices. You have choices to turn features on and off. And in this case, you could go to the Intune Admin Center and get 65 choices. But at the end of the day, most customers need these 8 choices, or 9, whatever it is, 8 or 9 choices. This is what they use. So we tried to trim it down to make it achievable for the majority of people. You configure it. Then you give it 5 stars. You tell us how awesome we are. You know, maybe something like this. Okay, and then you hit submit. Okay. So that's the new initial setup experience, okay? It's all about getting a customer. Now, you think about this. New customers set up, they have security out the gate, right? Or they just bought M365, they have all this added value now. So now let's switch back and talk about what you do. What we do for customers that are not in a place where they're just adding new subscriptions. They already have their subscriptions, and they want to understand how to get more out of that. We did a bunch of research last year. It was at this event where we kicked it off. We had a bunch of research going in to find out what your pain points are. And everybody was saying, we have this M365. What is it? How do I get value out of it? How do I get the most out of my M365? Or, I bought this thing and I have no idea what to do with it. Or, I just want to make the best next choice to get me more productive or secure. There was all these things that you wanted to achieve. It's really hard to figure out where to do it. So we asked, how do you do it? How do you find out about new things? And what we saw was you got, your account managers you would reach out to, which is a good thing. You have Reddit, you have YouTube, you have all kinds of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, where didn't you go? In product. You went everywhere but in product to figure out what new capabilities you should be turning on. Now, we didn't think that was a good thing. So we decided to create an experience, obviously based on your feedback, that is about making sure that you can get the right value out of the service, whether it be day 300, day 3,000, right? We want to make sure that as we build new capabilities, you can discover them. We feel like in order for you to turn something on, it's not just about saying, oh, there's DLP, I should turn that on. You have to know what impact that's going to have on your end users. You have to know what that feature is all about, what your capabilities are, right? So it's all about learning. So we wanted to make sure you could discover, learn, and then I think most importantly is take action. You don't want to have, oh, great, we have this great feature. Oh, it's going to do this, reinvent things for us, right? And then you're like, how do I turn that on? And you turn your head sideways because it makes no sense. We want to make sure that you can achieve it, right? So it's all about giving you those 3 core tasks. Discover it, learn it, and do it. So we start with the discover piece, which is in setup. On the left nav now you have a setup node. How many people have seen that in the left nav, the setup node? Okay. In the left nav you have a setup node. And in there, you can get a holistic view of all of the things that are available to you. We organize it in a way that you can see things that are related to sign-in and security, things that are related to your to getting more productive. We try to organize it in a way that you can figure out what value it's delivering. It's more scenario-driven, right? And then within there, there's specific features you can enable to achieve those scenarios, to get more secure or productive. And this is also the place where if you opt out of initial setup, of the quick start experience, you can land on this menu to be able to pick and choose the things you want to configure when you want to configure them. The next piece is the learn phase. The learn phase is, we tried to answer a lot of questions for our customers. One is, how do I learn about new features? Right? So what we did was we put some of our docs.microsoft.com content embedded right in this experience. We want to understand what it does. So at a glance, you can see what the value of this feature is. Is it going to improve my secure score? What's it going to do for me? We evaluate the value for my org. So we're not giving you graphs about industry says you should turn on this, that, and the other. It's not marketing stuff, right? This is all about giving you insights about your configuration. If you turn this on, these are the threats that are currently in your environment. Do you want to turn this on to protect against those threats, or to help protect against those threats? Understanding end user impact. If you turn on something on Friday, and on Monday, everybody comes in and has to enroll their devices or whatever, right? That's not going to be a good experience, and that's going to be the fastest way for you to turn that off. Right? So we want to make sure that you understand the user impact of turning it on, whether it be good or bad. We want to make sure that you understand it, right? So it's built right in. Identifying who could take the action. We talked, how many people heard about the global reader role? Okay. Imagine if you're a global reader, somebody who has read-only permissions to the organization. It's a new role we've released. You can come in to this experience and not only see the feature, see the impact of the feature. You would see the same thing that's shown on this screen. You would also be able to see who can achieve the feature. And you'd be able to go in and communicate with those people to get them to turn this feature on, share the link with them. And then improve my security posture. You can show the impact you'd have on your secure score or other scores. And enable the feature. That's the most important thing. Once you've read all this, you're going to be sold. Like, let's turn this on. How do I get this puppy going, right? And you're going to go and click that Get Started button. Cool thing about the Get Started button is it's going to say Get Started or Manage. We do a detection in the background to see, like if you have advanced threat protection already turned on, we will look to see if there's a policy in place. And if it is, it won't say Get Started because we don't want you to have conflicting policies. Right? It will then turn to Manage, and that Manage button will take you to the Security Center where you can manage those advanced threat protection policies. And similar for other features, it will take you to the right place where you can manage those things. So the idea is you're not going to get conflicting policies because we do a detection to see if your policies are there. If you've already done advanced threat protection, even if it's not to our liking, you've chosen how you want to do it. So we're not going to try to step on your toes with that, right? If you want to learn more about that global reader role I mentioned, you'll want to go to a session tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:15. And then you can go grab lunch. It'll be great. It's fantastic. And then action. I already mentioned this a lot, but the place to take action. We want to make sure that you have inline completion in many cases, but in many cases, this action won't be inline completion. That Get Started button could be an inline completion with one click. It could be a wizard of next, next, next. And it could even link you to another admin center's enablement experience. What it will not be is content. We will not link you to content for the Get Started. We will not link you to some script for the Get Started. It will link you to an experience where you can achieve it. It might be a complex flow. It might be a simple flow. It might be different depending on who your tenant is. But at the end of the day, you will land on an experience in the Microsoft Admin Center or in another admin experience that allows you to enable that feature, not landing you randomly on a dashboard or anything like that. Okay, so let's show what this looks like. So there's a couple ways to get in there. Yeah, you can see my screen. A couple ways to get in there. One of them is at the end of the quick start that I showed. We're going to continue the demo. You could click Explore Features. Another way is to just say Go to Admin Center. And you could go from the left navigation. Now, one of the things you'll notice is by default in the Admin Center, we pin 4 cards. And it's these 4 cards for the global admin. In the Quick Start experience, we enabled DLP. We did not enable ATP. And we enabled Intune MAM. And what do you notice on the screen? There's a card for DLP. There's a card for Intune MAM. There's no card for ATP. We grow your dashboard in an intelligent way based on what you've configured within Mac, in the Microsoft Admin Center. So you can come to the setup wizard, the setup page. And in the setup page, we have a few things to show here. One is recommended for you. If there are recommendations for your organization based on your telemetry, like you have, there's some insights we have about you that says you should turn a feature on, we'll show that to you at the top. Benefit of this is we can only show, with the way our recommendation platform works now on the dashboard, we can only show one at a time. This allows you to say, well, what are all my recommendations? And you can see them all. You can see sign-in and security. You can see privacy and compliance. You can see data migration, apps, and updates. The list here is not super long yet, okay? It will get more robust, but because we're being principled on that take action piece, we would rather have less that's achievable than more that's not achievable. So we're being very cautious of that. We would rather have less where we can tell the status rather than more where it's kind of, you don't know what to expect. We want you to know what to expect when you come here. So you'll notice also that get custom domain setup. We did that in the initial, the quick start. That's shown as complete. You'll notice that protect data and mobile apps. That's the Intune MAM. That's shown as complete. DLP, shown as complete. They're shown as complete because we did it in the quick start. That's why they're shown as complete. So if I come to this view advanced threats, it's like I showed in the comp. You could see how many are blocked, how many are not blocked. You could see who can take the action. Because I'm a global admin, I can actually identify more people that I want to be able to achieve this task. So I could say, oh, I want Cindy to turn this feature on. Add Cindy as a security admin, right? or somebody else shouldn't have this, I can remove it right here. I could do inline management of it. I can then click Get Started, and what it'll do is it'll allow me to do a quick start experience where I can select the domain, and I can say Create Policy, and what that'll do is it'll create the policy for me in the background. Super simple. I have the toggles I need. If I want to do a more complex policy, I hit Customize Policy. I don't have to do it from this Get Started experience. But for this demo, we will do it from this Get Started experience because we think it's awesome. We'll then come in, and the experience is done. You'll notice it says Completed now, and it says Manage. This is live code. This is in your tenant today. Come back to the home page. What do you notice? Other card pinned, right? You've now grown your experience. Your dashboard matures with you, right? I'll take 3 claps. All right. So moving on to recommendations. Recommendations are something we shipped 2 years ago. And we shipped them because we know customers they're overwhelmed. Their time is limited. They're overwhelmed with choices. Their time is limited, and it's hard to know when to configure what. So it's one of those things where we wanted to deliver kind of notifications for you to be able to go and know what to achieve next. It's kind of choice paralysis, right? You kind of get through this thing and you don't know what to do next. So we have personalized insights based on what you've got configured, what's in your environment. I'll show you an example of this. We have actionable, they're all actionable. You can go in and turn the feature on, again, in a simple way or in a more complex way if you want to do things in a more deep configuration. And trustworthy. We don't use your data for other tenants. We use your data for you. We don't look at your data. I don't look at your data. I have no idea what your data says. It's all using your data for you and no one else. And we're GDPR compliant with all of our data and data best practices. We are going to be trustworthy stewards of your data. Where do we surface these things? Well, we always surface them in the dashboard, but we've added new places. We have now in context. So in the user list, the dashboard is if we know something's valuable for you, and you should turn it on because it's affecting your security posture or your productivity in a negative way, we will show it to you. The in context suggestions is more, you're an admin who's gone to the user list. We know people reset passwords a lot in the user list. We may give you a suggestion in the user list to turn a feature on so you don't have to reset passwords as much, as an example, okay? Then we have embedded. Once you've completed, we'll go with the password thing again. Once you've completed resetting somebody's password, if it was the 1,000th time you did that week, you'd probably be pretty annoyed. And what if we offered you the thing to turn on self-service password reset? Maybe you didn't know about it. As an example, letting you discover and turn on those features at the right time. So we basically ping you when you're annoyed. And the setup page, we have a recommended for you section that allows you to see all of your recommendations so that you can know what all the tasks are that you should complete. Recommendations, we started with 2 last year at Ignite. We've been working really hard, and we now have a whole bunch more. The idea of this is if you look at the recommendations, they cut across security, they cut across compliance, they cut across Intune, they cut across just basic core configurations of users. So Azure Identity, all kinds of things. The Mac is your place to get these types of recommendations surfaced to you across the stack. So let's show what this looks like. I don't know if you noticed when I was on the dashboard, there was this fancy GDPR recommendation. What it's saying is I have EU credit cards, and I have all of this EU debit card, EU passports. I have all these things that are GDPR classification of information, right? Things that should be under the GDPR compliance standards. So I can come in here and I can click View Recommendation. When I click View Recommendation, I again get the simple create label experience, or I can customize this, okay? Customizing it would take me to the Compliance Center to customize that configuration. Create label would create the labels. If I go to user list and go to active users, you'll notice that there's this new thing called suggestions or suggested actions. If I expand that, you'll notice there's a card there that says set passwords that never expire. It's one of those things that our security recommendations have changed over time. And rather than having people just change a special character every quarter after their password, we think it's more secure, and we've done research to determine it's more secure to set passwords that never expire. We pass that recommendation on to our customers, okay? Or that suggestion on to our customers. These are the types of places where we're surfacing these insights and suggestions to you over time. It's really exciting to have all these new surfaces because now we can have slightly less targeting logic because we know your intent because of the actions you're taking. It's really cool. And then we have management. You've turned on all these features, and I've talked about some of this already. We grow your dashboard so you can manage these things. You can stay on top of how well your policies are working. If you pin a dashboard card for advanced threat protection, even if you have a third-party advanced threat protection solution, knowing if there's compromises coming in, I think is a good thing. You can use that card to determine if your third-party solution is actually being effective. So you can go to your dashboard and pin a card. If you use our service, even better, because we'll protect you for sure. Sorry, I skipped ahead too quick. Visibility into productivity. So we make it so that you can see, as you can see on the screenshot there, it shows you how much of your Office software is being used. We show you the number of users that are licensed versus the number that are actually using it. At the end of the day, that type of information will let you know if you're getting the most out of your purchase or if you need to communicate with those users to get it installed or deploy it to them. And then what's new? We have a what's new experience in the Admin Center to show you about new features, and I can show you what that looks like in a minute. But we also have a what's new in Outlook. So in Office, I should say. In Office, have you ever gone to the Help menu and looked at the what's new feature? How many people have seen that? Okay. So this allows you to go in, and quite a few of you have it. This allows you to go in and see a new feature, a new capability that's been lit up in a product, in PowerPoint, in Excel, in whatever, so that your end users can get educated on it. Whenever a new feature comes out, what does that lead to? Leads to support calls, right? Because you have to educate your users on it, and you have to get them trained up and all that stuff. And you might not be ready for it. You might be, a Best Buy going into Christmas season, and you're like, I don't want my users to learn anything until January. Stop learning, right? And you can control that, right? Like, it's not up to us to decide, right? But in reality, if you look at the way it was up to us to decide. We would say, oh, we got this nifty new feature we would show your users, basically advertise your users, hey, there's this new feature here, you should go check it out, right? Now, admins have the control of this, right? It's all about giving admins control of how they communicate new features to their end users. And we do this within the settings page. I'm just going to jump right into it. Yep. So if you've seen the new settings page, we have, it was shown in a demo yesterday as well. We have these new pivots that allow you to more easily browse through the different features that are in the settings page. We also have this global search where you could search across all pivots. So I'm going to look for what's new. When I type in what, you can see the What's New Management preview shows up, okay? I click on that, and I could see all of the releases of Office. I could see all the releases and the different features that are available for the What's New feature that are going to be advertised to your customer. What you can do from here is say, I'm not ready for this to be shown to my users yet, so I'm going to turn these off. I'm going to hide them. We'll just reevaluate what you're going to do, and you could say, I'm going to hide from users. And then you say, OK, but I am ready for the 1909 for the September features to be shown. Okay? So you can come in here, and you could say, show. And just that easy, it will change what's available in the Office clients for your end users. So it's just a matter of giving you, we know, we've heard you before. I think I've had things thrown at me before when we released features and turned them on by default and didn't give you any control of what is exposed to your end users. This is an example of where I believe we've done the right thing. And then we'll switch back to the slide deck. demo, already done that. So coming back to our journey. This is the onboarding journey. Regardless of where you're at, you can take advantage of some aspects of this. Maybe not the quick start, right? Like I said, I understand that. It's not for everyone. Maybe you're a partner and you can take advantage of it. Maybe you're not. Thing I would say is your call to action. Go to the setup page, and then in a month, go back to the setup page. Then in another month, go back to the setup page. Reason I say that is we keep delivering features, and we're going to keep growing that. You can go there to learn about many of the new capabilities and how to actually get value out of them, what it is, how to achieve it. The other thing is go get a coffee, come right back in, because we have another session happening in this room for addressing the top management issues with users and groups. It is by a much better presenter than I, so you'll definitely want to go and take advantage of that. For the long list of sessions from our team, you might want to take a screen pic of this. You should fill your schedule with these things. A lot of them you'll notice are today, so clear your calendars. Come to our sessions. If you miss any of them, like the one from yesterday, shame on you, but you can go and watch the YouTube video when it's published. That was done by our fearless leader. And if you want to get involved, so we got a blog coming out and all that stuff about all the new features, but if you want to get involved, look at the second link up from the bottom. Help us shape product experiences. I encourage you to go to that link and sign up to be part of our research. We listen to you. We build off what you tell us you want. If you tell us you want something, that setup page, if you don't like it, that's your fault, because that's what you told us you wanted last year. Tell us what you want, and next year you'll get it, right? So get involved. That's how you get involved. And that's all. Yes. All right, and that's it. Thank you, guys.